What are they?
Shoe.
Have I got new shoes? And they got the new machines written on the box. I don't think they fit you, darling. Who is it?
Papa.
Yes. Apparently I'm 6 years old and I bought a toasty maker. Cheese and bean toasty for breakfast. Amazing. So it's the 4th of Jan today, it's the first Monday of January, everything is kicking back off, where's the light good? I did start vlogging the other day, and things got away from me, and I had some bad news yesterday that my nan passed away, but 95, absolute legend, progressive, forward thinking, absolute hero. Today, we're getting stuck in. I'm doing something with one of my clients this morning, one of our online coaches, online clients, struggling with double unders. So I said, look, let's jump on a call, let's break them down, let's go through some double under practice. And then I'm gonna do that and I'll catch up with you guys afterwards. It's all very compressed this morning because Rose needs to have a shower, I had to have Bobby. I'm due to do this coaching thing now. I'm gonna get right involved and I'll be back in a minute. Shoulders stay pretty much where they are, and all the motion comes in the flick of the wrist and the elbows. Does that make sense? Woo. It's been a crazy few days, obviously with my nan passing away, so this isn't the same day that I was filming before, is what I'm trying to say, long and short of it. Lots been going on, been very productive, but I had stuff to sort after, and family always comes first in my books. I'm sure it does for you guys too, and you'll appreciate the fact that this is not the same day. Something quite big has happened though. I ordered some knee sleeves, and I had to buy larges. Oh, going up in the world. Unfortunately, what I didn't tell you is they go up to 5XL, which is pretty damn large. Anyway, lots been going on. TLM training is up and running. Been keeping in touch with you guys. Bunch of you guys on the plans, which is really nice to see. Getting involved with the community aspect of it and all that. And kind of I've been doing a lot of mitigating. Just if anyone doesn't have a certain piece of equipment for the gym session, I can go, right, for example, you don't actually need that much equipment in terms of machines. I purposely did that. I'm not a huge fan of using machines apart from things like leg extension and hamstring curls, and you can actually set them up in your own gym if you have a bench and a dumbbell, and even more so with a resistance band. So lots of that just kind of, well, you can do this instead, and just, you know, just that kind of stuff, because everyone's got different equipment, everyone's got different spaces to work in. For example, the home plan, you don't actually need any equipment at all, but if you want to use equipment, you can. So that's going really well. Super happy with that. And now I'm going to do my own training. I've got lots of power cleans today. One thing you guys did want to know about was how I was managing squatting 5 times a week. Now I want to try and keep that up as much as I can, but with the Open coming up, if I choose to do that, I'm not sure how feasible that's going to be. But how I managed to do it, like I've done the Russian squat program, the Smolov program in the past, which are 5-6 days of squatting back to back, but it's very heavy intensity and it's pretty much always back squat unless you choose a front squat program. That's a lot to do on the same systems, the same joints, the CNS. When I've done that in the past, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it and stay injury free, and I couldn't do it and do CrossFit at the same time. That was for me personally, and as a result, I don't actually program that for people because I've learned through experience for myself that it doesn't seem to be the best way. I feel like it's too much. So a lot of my stuff was, one day would be front squats, one day would be back squats, then there'd be a rest day, and there wasn't always at high percentages. There was lots of 5 seconds down, 3 seconds pause at the bottom, 4 seconds up for 5 reps. That's a lot of time and attention in one set, and that allowed you to keep some of the pressure off the joints, the central nervous system, but still build strength, build the movement patterns, and build your positions, which is really important for me, because when I lose front squats, it's not normally down to strength, it's down to the technique of my bum coming up too early and tipping forwards. So for me, I think if you want to squat more often, it's important that you mix it up. You're not trying to heavy back squat both days. You can do fronts, you can do backs, and mix up the ways you do it. You can do squat waves, you can do time under tension. Weight is not the only variable you can use to create adaptations. You can use time under tension. You can do so many different things, pre-exhaust, post-exhaust sets, all these type of things. Anyway, we've got some workouts to do today. I'm just looking at my board, dreading it. There's lots of power cleans, and everything's getting a little bit kind of open-y workout style. I repeated an old open workout the other day, 20.2, 4 dumbbell thrusters, 6 toes to bar, 24 double unders, and I could have beat my previous open score and I was cruising it. So considering I've been doing no fitness, leg strength, playing into things. I actually saw a post quite a while back, from WOD Science, really cool Instagram page, and they were breaking down the kind of research and stuff, and according to their research, it showed that people that had a higher percentage back squat were typically better at CrossFit. And that makes sense because there's a lot of leg drive in it. Anyway, let's get going. I'll tell you one thing that I have done. I've gone to the dark side and I'm enjoying wearing leggings or tights, whether they're shorts on top or not. I haven't decided yet. And Matt said the other day on our group chat, Matt's got very big legs, like stupidly strong squats. He's like, oh, you boys all on wearing the leggings now? And I think Leon said, yeah, well, Matt, it's fine to wear leggings when your legs are massive. It takes a real man to wear leggings when you've got tiny legs. That's me right there. That was a lot harder than it looks, really grippy. I've not done much barbell cycling for a while. That was hard, to be fair. Felt my power cleans break down a bit too. I'll be back in a minute. Well, that was a fun session, certainly a bit more fitness coming into things, and that's the most grippy workout I've had for a while. We're all in lockdown in the UK again, and I kind of wanted to wrap up this vlog with some things that I've learnt through the previous lockdown, so hopefully make it a little bit easier for some of you guys. Like for the first couple, I definitely lost my way a little bit. I was lethargic, I was lazy, I was playing too much Call of Duty, and I didn't really have much purpose. And you have to be on the front foot and proactive with that, otherwise, have you ever seen the film Groundhog Days? The days just blur into one, and for people probably like yourselves who like to be on the front foot and like to feel like you're achieving stuff, I feel like most people want that. It can be really hard to do at home when you're locked in home. So one thing that I suggest you do is get an audio book or a book that you read which is about self-development. It can just be a Harry Potter book if you love them, that's fine, but I suggest you do something that's self-development wise, because that's going to make you feel like you're doing stuff and you're progressing, and it motivates you and it gives you spark to do things that you wouldn't have the motivation to do anyway, whether that's getting up early in the morning, getting ahead of the day, whether it's starting creating something on the internet that you can sell. It doesn't matter what it is, but I definitely feel like that's a really powerful thing that you can do. Currently, I'm doing a book from a friend of ours, Paul Moore Will Save Your Life is what I'm doing, which is kind of, basically he was a guy that, if you listen to our podcast, you would have seen him on there, but pretty much was going to jump off a cliff and commit suicide. And it's how he turned his life around and how he mentors other people to change the way they're thinking and the way they feel victimized by certain things in life to make themselves happier, healthier, and live longer, all that kind of good stuff. So whether that's nutrition, whether that's training, whether that's your passion, I think that's a really awesome thing to do. The second thing is to get outside. It gets very cabin fever when you're just in your own house. Even if you're with your loved ones, if you just want to get a bit of time away from them, we try and go for a walk every day. We go on what we call a bear hunt. There's like an old book called We're Going on a Bear Hunt, and it's about these kids that walk off and they try and find a bear. So we take Bobby out into the woods and we try and look for a bear, and it's just a lot of fun. But getting outside just kind of declutters a little bit. You don't feel like you've got cabin fever quite so much, and without getting all artsy fartsy and chasing fairies around the garden, I think there's something really special about being outside and just making you feel pretty relaxed and chill. I think maybe because it's a big open space, maybe subconsciously it makes you realise that a lot of our worries are very insignificant on the grand scheme of things sometimes. And the last one is try not to stay up too late. And the reason I say that is because it can be very lethargic anyway, and if we stay up too late watching things like Carnival Row, which is great, we just finished it, loads of Cara Delevingne's boobies in it as well, I wasn't going to complain about that. But yeah, you stay up late watching those, which then means you're late getting up in the morning, or you get up and you're tired, and it just has that compounding effect. It's like when you're finished school and before you start college, well, I did this anyway, and you'd stay out till late, and then you'd get up really late, and the days and the nights just kind of blur into one, you pretty much become nocturnal. So my advice is get an audiobook or something of that nature that motivates you, which inspires you. Get outside as much as you can, and keep a routine, like don't go to bed so late. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a bit of a higgledy-piggledy one, I get that, there's been a lot going on. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I feel a bit odd doing these at the moment because it's like, why does anyone give a shit about my life? Because I've been doing so many vlogs over the past years about training and just training that I'm kind of still getting a little bit to grips with that myself. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. See you in the next one. Bye guys. Oh, one last thing before I go. Those of you that might be doing CrossFit or something of that nature, how do you feel about the Open this year? Are you going to be doing it? If so, let me know in the comments below.